It's another edition of Time About the Movies, and today we're taking a look at the two movies that came out on November 8th, 1991. Like I said, only two movies came out. None of them really all that memorable, but this is going to be a quick one, so let's just go ahead and jump right on into it. Let's start off with the big holiday release for 91. This was supposed to be the new Christmas classic that was going to be remembered for years and years to come. Not so much. This is All I Want for Christmas. Yeah, this one didn't really catch on as much as I think they wanted it to. I mean, they were smart. I mean, they did the right thing and put it out on a couple of weeks before Thanksgiving, the big holiday rush and all that. But I mean, it's also got a great cast and all. You've got Harley Jane Kozak, you've got Ethan Embry in here, you've got Kevin Nealon, Flora Birch, Andrea Martin, Lauren Bacall, Leslie Nielsen as Santa Claus. I mean, really, there's elements here that could work. Unfortunately, the movie isn't really all that memorable. I mean, it feels like they're trying to create a new It's a Wonderful Life or a new Miracle on 34th Street, just this heartwarming holiday film that's going to have this long-standing history behind it. It's going to be remembered as one of the great Christmas movies of all time, and it really isn't that. It's a movie that I think plays it extremely too safe. All the humor in this is very kid-oriented. It's not that clever. It's not really all that funny. You don't really buy into these characters all that much. This really could be disguised as one of those Hallmark Channel original movies that we get all the time nowadays. But in this movie's case, it definitely feels like something that could be seen today as a Hallmark Channel original movie or a Lifetime movie of the week, or even something like an NBC or like a holiday movie that NBC, CBS, or ABC would play as an original holiday film. And there were a lot of them back then. When I was doing the research for this one, I saw the Kirk Cameron one that he did for NBC, A Little Piece of Heaven, which is, I mean, it's just that promo alone that I saw is very interesting considering what Kirk Cameron has now become. But that's a completely different subject altogether. But as far as this movie goes, it has a good heart to it. It is trying its best, but it's just really sappy. It's clearly tailored specifically for little kids. I don't think any adult would really come into this and really enjoy it as much as I think the studio wanted it to. I think they wanted it to become, like I said, that next big holiday classic like It's a Wonderful Life or White Christmas or Miracle on 34th Street, but unfortunately it just wasn't the case. It's a movie that I think really, it has its good intentions, it has a good cast, but just not a very good script to work with. It's a movie that's quickly forgettable, and yeah, it just wasn't all that good in the end. So that is All I Want for Christmas. So let's go ahead and move on to the second movie that came out this weekend, and that is Tommy Davidson and Halle Berry in Strictly Business. So remember when I said that Kirk Cameron had a movie in 91 called A Little Piece of Heaven? Well, if you know the name Joseph C. Phillips and you know about his history, this is one of those. This is the same kind of thing that I would look at with Kirk Cameron and say, definitely go back and look at this, and then look at what this guy has become now, because it says a lot about how different things have changed over the course of 30 years. But so you have this movie here. It's got Tommy Davidson. I'm assuming this was supposed to be his big breakout movie role after his success on In Living Color. And I like Tommy Davidson. I think he's very funny. And the premise here, it feels like it's a mix of Trading Places, kind of, because you have Tommy Davidson kind of as this party guy, and you have this straight man character in Wayman Tinsdale, which is the Joseph C. Phillips character, and you can tell they're trying to be someone that they're not, Phillips' character is doing it to impress this woman played by Halle Berry, which, I mean, I'm actually surprised Halle Berry got star billing on this. I didn't think she had become that big of a star yet, but then again, it's just off the top of my head. I haven't really done the complete research on that, but who knows, maybe that's the case. I didn't think she hit her mark until a little bit later on down the road, but as far as this movie goes, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it really isn't all that much. I mean, I do think there are elements here that do work. I like these three actors working off of each other. The cast overall is great. You've got Samuel Jackson in here. You got Sam Rockwell, Anne-Marie Johnson, who would later be on In Living Color, Annie Golden from Cheers, I mentioned Sam Rockwell, Kim Coles, also from In Living Color. There's elements here that do work. There are some moments in here that are a little bit funny, but nothing really laugh out loud funny. But I just think it does fall into it falls into very formulaic territory on so many levels. It's a movie that I think wants to be something different and unique, but I think it's one of those movies it's a movie that's kind of like All I Want for Christmas. I think it plays a little too safe for its target audience. I think it's trying to be kind of another House Party, which, interestingly enough, I don't think Warner Brothers owned New Line at the time, which I think they were trying to copy the success of House Party, and now both Warner Brothers and New Line are within the same company now. But yeah, I mean, it really doesn't. I don't think it really works out well. I think there are elements in here that do work. I do like the three actors that are leading this. I think Halle Berry's very good in this movie, and it shows why she became the star that we know her as today. But as far as the script itself goes, it is very formulaic. You can kind of tell where it's going to go. It tries a little too hard to be kind of a new Trading Places, and I just wish there was a better script to work with here, because there is potential here in this story. I just don't think there's enough there that really made it work. It's one of those movies that I think tries a little too hard, but doesn't try at the same time doesn't really try hard enough to make it stand out on its own. It's a movie that has an occasional chuckle here or there, but for the most part, it's pretty forgettable. So, strictly business, it is what it is. And so on that note, we wrap up another edition of Time About the Movies. Next time we meet, we look at the movies of November 15th, 1991. And we've got some pretty good movies to look at, including Martin Scorsese's remake of Cape Fear with Nick Nolte, Jessica Lange, Robert De Niro, and Juliette Lewis. We'll look at that movie. We'll look at probably the best movie of the year, Disney's Beauty and the Beast, which opened in limited release this weekend, so we'll definitely delve into that one. We'll also look at Meeting Venus, and we'll also look at Prospero's book. So 4 movies to look at next time. And with that said, thank you for watching. And if you want to see more videos like this, check out the playlist on the next page, check out the previous episode. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time, and until then, as always, take care.